Caleb, the Little Sea Hero by Teddy Snuggletail for Comfy Corner Time. Many, many moons ago, in the heart of the deep blue sea, far beneath the waves, there was a town named Coral Cove. Nestled snugly into a rocky outcrop beneath a sturdy shelf was a school like no other you have ever seen before. Guppy Grove Preschool. Every morning the Bubble Buddies would gather in the nautical nook to play. Among them was a tiny baby crab named Caleb. Caleb was exceptionally small for his age, and his bright orange shell was almost lost amidst his larger, more robust classmates. As the term went on, the other young sea creatures couldn't help but notice Caleb's size. Instead of being careful and kind to him because he seemed so small and fragile, they pointed their fins and whispered. Oh, how they giggled at the little crab who scuttled around trying to keep up with everyone. "Look at Caleb, he's so small," teased a group of sprats. Caleb felt a pang of sadness in his little crab heart. He loved learning about the sea, and he really wanted to make new friends. He had no one to explore the mysteries of the ocean with, and the constant teasing made him feel lonely and left out. The Bubble Buddies attended classes amongst the coral and seaweed. They had swim lessons, of course, aqua aerobics, where they did starfish jumps, marine biology, and bubbles, which is like English, of course, but in fish tongue. Caleb often found himself alone watching the others play. He would sit by the seashelf entrance and wait for the conch call that marked the end of day. One day the teacher announced a special project. The sea creatures were tasked with building their own little homes in the coral gardens. Excitement bubbled in the water as everyone picked teams. Caleb found himself alone once again. As the Bubble Buddies played hide and seek in their new coral homes, there was a sudden rumble through the ground, then another, then an almighty noise, and the whole world started shaking. Panic rippled through Guppy Grove Preschool. "Earthquake! Earthquake!" cried out the teacher. In an instant, the young Bubble Buddies darted for the school's exit. Chaos erupted. Caleb held on to a pebble, trying desperately not to get washed up in the melee. As he held fast with his little pincer, he noticed the shelf slowly sliding. "Oh no, we're going to be trapped!" screamed the teacher, hurriedly pushing the Bubble Buddies through the gap. In an heroic surge of strength, Caleb rushed to the rescue. His tiny pincers gripped the rock shelf, and with all his might he held it up. All the Bubble Buddies streamed out to safety, their eyes wide with fear and hearts pounding. Once everyone had escaped, Caleb realized he was now trapped. The shelf rested heavily on his little crab shoulders, and he struggled to hold it up. He realized he might be stuck there forever. Then something unexpected happened. A few of Caleb's classmates, who had witnessed his bravery, decided it was time to change their ways. They called out to the whole school for help, urging them to gather stones and pebbles. "We need to build pillars on either side of Caleb. Come on, everyone, let's help Caleb. He saved us!" One of the bullies shouted. All the Bubble Buddies swam into action. With each piece of pebble and stone carefully placed, the pillars grew stronger. Finally, after what felt like forever, Caleb was able to let go. The once teasing fish had worked together to help him escape. Caleb felt wonderful. Not only had he saved everyone, but he had become part of the team. After a few days off to recover, Guppy Grove Preschool resumed. But things were different. Caleb was no longer the last one picked. He was included in the Nautical Nook Games. His act of courage not only amazed his classmates, but it also taught them the importance of looking beyond appearances, because heroes can be found in the most unexpected places.